freelancer on Upwork who is using Upwork for client acquisition. As a marketing freelancer, I also use Upwork for client acquisition for a few of my clients, and majority of them have actually been moved off Upwork currently. So what I can actually share with you is that there are some best practices that I particularly follow, and I'm going to share with you in this video. And these are the things I have used to vet my clients and to make sure that I am able to get the real clients out of Upwork. So far, I think over time, I've made about $6,000 plus from Upwork. On Upwork, it's just about 1.4, but out of Upwork, which is most clients actually, after we worked a while on Upwork, they want to move me out of Upwork because of the charges and stuff like that, and they want to keep working with me. So let's dive right into it, and I'm going to share everything with you that I think can actually help you get started on Upwork. Don't forget, Upwork is always changing, Upwork is always getting updated. So this video will actually get updated maybe about every 3 months to 6 months to 1 year. I don't know. I don't want to have like a speculation for that. So let's go. Let's dive right into it. The first thing I actually look at on Upwork, I actually have a list right there. So the first thing I look at on Upwork whenever I get on Upwork is how soon is the job posted, how soon is the client's job posted. Obviously, you can actually do that by looking at the most recent post, but we know that the most recent is not usually based on the match of your skill or the client, what the client is looking for with what you are actually doing. They try to match it as most as possible, but they actually give you the most recent result, which most of the time is not usually matching with exactly what you're doing. This is an English proprietor, but this is saying virtual assistant. So I think they are matching with every other profile on my page. So let's go straight to the best matches, because that's the first thing I do. I make sure that I'm always writing for the best matches. I'm trying to get clients from best matches. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to pick the first job. Obviously, we are just looking for an example. This is not an industry I'm usually in. I don't write for jewelry industry and that kind of business. I don't do product description as well. Although it's one of the things I wrote on my profile, but I don't really do product description. I'm going to remove that. So let's first click on it. The first thing is I try to notice how soon the job post get posted. Obviously, this was posted 58 minutes ago, and that gives me an inkling into the fact that the clients might still be around, maybe on their phone or on the device they use to post the job, which means even if I send the proposal to the client at this moment, they might still get notified and be able to read my proposal. So it doesn't just jump in the whole list of other proposals that is being sent to that particular job. So let's go down and let's see. Now, we are in search of a skilled copywriter. This is a lot of lead, and this is saying $10 fixed price. Obviously, this is very low for someone like me. I don't really go for this. And the second thing, sorry, I'm supposed to do that before I open the job post. The second thing is that I look at the payment verification of the page. Obviously, Upwork also advise that we, as a freelancer who is trying to get clients or use acquiring clients through Upwork, that you make sure that you are only sending proposals or you're trying to get jobs from payment verified clients, because obviously you are protected that way and you get your payments for any job you do. But if the client is not payment verified, then there is no way for Upwork to automatically charge the client for the fees of your transaction. So you may get to lose, if you are working for payment on verified clients, you may get to lose your pay. So we can immediately look at most recent, you discover that majority of them are usually payment on verified because they just pack everybody there. They just put everybody out there. See, this is payment on verified. So you don't apply for this kind of job. You make sure that you go for only payment verified jobs. So let's go back to best matches. Let's go back to best matches. We have our first click, which is our first checkbox, which is how soon did the job get posted. This is 1 hour ago now. And is it verified? We have the second checkbox. Obviously, the fee is a little bit low. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to apply for that on a normal day. So the third thing I actually look out for is the time zone of the client. Obviously, even if the client has posted 1 hour ago, the time zone of the client also matters. If you are using I think you can see it on the free account. Am I using the free account or the Freelancer Plus account? I think this is the free account. So I recently downloaded it, but I might still be within the grace of the Freelancer Plus account. So this is United States, Las Vegas, 3:03 p.m. So I try to actually look at this time frame. This is today is Tuesday. I think today is the Thursday. Today is the Thursday. So this is 3:03 p.m. This is a working day. Today is a working day, and there's a very likelihood that this client is probably in the office or probably working. Obviously, from reading the message, you would know from there if the person is a small time business owner, if they are a strict business owner that has a opening and a closing time, stuff like that. You can read it and get an idea from there, and read their job description to get an idea from there. So this is 3:04 p.m. So there's a very likely that this client is also active within that time period. So I use the time to actually estimate, this person is still active. If it is going to around 8:30 p.m., they are probably at home, so they may not get to read the proposal you are sending to them. So you can just try to make sure that you focus. Let's say, for example, while you are working as well, maybe doing your own working hours, you focus on clients that are also within that their time frame is also within their own working hours. So once you send that, it's very likely that they get the proposal, they get notified of the proposal almost instantly, and they are still on their devices, maybe on their laptop or on their phone, and they get to read your proposal as almost instantly as they get it. Sorry. So then the third thing is when I read through the portfolio, in this case, I try to make sure that when I read through the job description, I try to make sure that I mentally match it with my own portfolio, and I try to check if I have a compelling example or a compelling item, a compelling project in my portfolio that I can share, that I know that if you have one, it's okay, but if you have like 2, 3, it's very, very nice. If you have like 2, 3 examples that you can share. Obviously, we are still going to talk about how to write a proposal. Obviously, I've gone through all the classes from Upwork, and I've gone through about 500, 200 videos trying to understand how to write the perfect proposal. So I can also share that with you in a second video, which is not going to be this one. So do I have an example? Do I have an example of a compelling portfolio or a compelling project that I can use to apply for this job description? If I don't bother myself most of the time. Sometimes there's also a way around it, especially if there's a time where there is no job. I am actually desperate for a job, or I don't have that much on my hand. So I try to apply for those jobs. There's also a different way you write those proposals for those kind of jobs where you don't have an exact match of projects in your portfolio. But I try to look for those that are exactly matched, that I have projects in my portfolio that are exactly matched to the job description itself. So the last thing which I'm going to put on this list, that was what I was able to think of really fast, and I hope with time I'm able to think of more, and I'm able to create a sequel to this video. So the last thing is, does the client have good reviews? Obviously, these reviews is one of the ways to actually find out a fake app from a real client. I think I made a video in the past about how to check for a fake or a real client. Using these, you can check for a fake or a real client and check for somebody who is actually really interested in hiring a freelancer from there. In this video, we have Aksahi, we have Mohammed K. I'm trying to look at the name of the freelancers. We have Sawara W, we have Farouk J, we have Shaban P. This guy is hiring a lot of Indians, obviously. Kamran S, that's Indians, are the Asians. Mohammed S, Aima B, obviously. So he's hiring a lot of people like that. Say last video by the client is also about 9 minutes ago. Okay, so obviously you are seeing that the person is actually reading the proposal that is being sent to him. But this person is offering very low fees, which means it is not a very highly paying client. This is $6.78 per hour. If it is good for you, you can actually apply to it. But for me, it's actually quite low. So, okay, see, upgrade your membership to see the bid range. I'm not currently upgraded. So these are one of those things that I try to look for. Okay, this person probably is hiring a lot of freelancers. Obviously, this person is hiring a lot of freelancers. Although the person is low price, the client is a low price client. But he's hiring a lot of freelancers, and they are giving quite good reviews. Some of them will, she explained the requirement very well, good. So all of this makes it like, okay, this client might be a straightforward client and might be easy for you to actually work with, might not be too hard for you to work with. Obviously, the scope also determines. If you look at the scope of the job and you relate it to the fee, and it is something you are good with, fine. You go ahead and take it. But if it is not something you are good in, this is a proven experience as a virtual assistant, preferably in real estate lead generation. If it's not something you are good with and the fee is not good with you, you move to the next person. You have copywriting for website in India, you have Canada, you have different. Obviously, also, sorry, I'm supposed to mention this. I don't like to apply for jobs where the proposal is over 50 plus or between 20 to 10 plus. I try to go for proposals between 5 to 10. When I say that the proposals is not there that much, so that the client is not overwhelmed with so many proposals to read by the time they get mine. So I try to make sure that this is saying less than 5, which is making it nice. This client has spent only $30. This is also one of those things I learned earlier on, which I'm going to add to this video. There are some clients that are going to be relatively new to Upwork. So if you are very new to Upwork, try to target those clients that are also relatively new to Upwork. They might be a good fit for you. One of the reasons why they might be a good fit is that when they are relatively new, they are easily convinced and they are still trying out the platform, so they might not need too much proof of work or proof or evidence to show that you're actually very skilled in the stuff or in using Upwork or generally, and your fees are also going to be cheap for them, and so easier for you to find a match with somebody who is relatively new on Upwork. So if you see people that have spent only $30, less than 5, posted 20 minutes ago, stuff like that, this can be indicative of somebody who is relatively new, a client who is relatively new to Upwork, who hasn't gotten that much, who hasn't given out that much work. And the client has one job posted, $30 to $30 total spent, and one hire. So this means this client is actually serious with getting somebody to do the job. Last viewed by a client 24 seconds ago. So you can actually apply for stuff like this, and there is a higher likelihood that you get this kind of job, especially if you are new to Upwork. So I think that is my 5. I think I gave more than 5. I gave about 6 or 7 strategies for winning on Upwork. So I think we would have to actually make a different videos on how to. If there's a lot of comments on this video and there's a lot of reaction on this video, we are going to make a lot of, if there's a lot of reactions, like I said, and there's a lot of comments and there's a lot of asks, people are asking in the comment section or in the under this video that, okay, I should make a video about the proposal. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a video about the doing proposals on Upwork. So I believe that is everything that you need to know about getting clients as a newbie on Upwork, and I believe it's going to work for you. I wish you happy freelancing.